We're cozy this time as well. Look how cozy we are. Right, are you ready, Angela Pangela?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Are you? Hi everyone, it's Angela and Karen back for our last podcast of 2023. And this time our perspective is on how to navigate the festive period.
Yeah.
And I think it's fair to say that Christmas and New Year are not always the best time for everyone, are they? Many of us like to get together with family and friends and to celebrate, but it's not the case for everybody.
Yeah, and there are lots of different reasons for that, of course, aren't there? Some people face Christmas without family or friends, and the reasons for that might vary. You know, it might be that you've moved to a new area with your job, or that you've suffered a bereavement or relationship breakdown.
Yeah.
It might even be as simple as, maybe your family and friends, it's their year to be at somebody else's house.
Absolutely.
That happens perhaps when you've got grown-up children with partners and families. So there could be lots of reasons why your plans don't come together in that sort of idyllic way that everybody holds about Christmas, I think.
Yeah, you're absolutely right there. And I think some of the things that can affect us, or some of the ways we can feel, they vary, but mainly, like one thing that comes up time and time again around Christmas is loneliness, isn't it?
Yeah.
People feeling lonely.
Yes.
And I know that we've talked about this before, and it's even if you're in a crowd, you can feel lonely.
Of course,
can't
absolutely.
you? So it's not about being on your own.
No.
It's about how you're feeling in that situation at that time, isn't it? Even though lots of people are on their own at Christmas, and some people like it, so they want to be on their own. Others don't.
Yeah.
Others,
And I think because so often with all of these things, it's all about how you feel inside about yourself, isn't it?
Yes.
Whether or not you have that inner contentment, or sometimes that just gets knocked, and that might be for valid reasons, mightn't it? Some of the things we've said already, you've had a big row with your family, or you've had to move areas.
Yeah.
But I say, I think the difference between feeling lonely and feeling happily alone can often be, what's going on deep inside.
Definitely, definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
And talking about not getting on with family members, that can cause all sorts of anxieties and stress and such like.
Yeah.
And that might not be that you're separated at Christmas. It may be that families have come together, but there are still people within those families who don't get on, who don't want to see each other.
All those tensions that you can get within a family, and sometimes they're explicit, aren't they? And sometimes they're just felt. And we all tiptoe around it, don't we?
That's right. Yeah, that's right. And they can build, can't they? So during the day, it might start off okay.
Yeah.
And then there might be a few things that happen.
17 martinis.
Well, interestingly, I was listening to a programme, and I can't remember who said it, but I was listening to a programme the other day, and they were talking about this very thing, and there were two ladies on there, and they were both asked, how do you deal with that one day at Christmas? How do you deal with it? And one of them said, well, I always go in with the attitude of, it's one day, I can put up with anybody for one day.
Very brave.
And the other lady said, I get drunk.
Okay, so I know which one of those I am. What about you? Pass me the martini.
Exactly. So it's quite interesting, people's different perspectives on what you do at that time. But I think, in terms of I get drunk, that can actually lead to even worse things, can't it?
I said that joking, I would never do that in real life. But I think...
Well, I'm not saying I wouldn't, I'm just saying that it can lead to even worse.
Well, you're a terrible person then, aren't you? I mean, alcohol can be a great escape, particularly, but it can also accelerate, emphasise, and, not everybody is a happy drunk, are they?
Exactly.
So I think it's another pitfall for us all, really, although I am joking about, using it as a crutch. I think we need to remember that actually it's not necessarily the case.
No.
So you might be together and it might feel really difficult, really tense and actually quite unpleasant, and there are lots of stress for everyone around. Or it might be that you are, alone, and then you maybe have this idyllic picture of what everybody else's Christmas is being like, and of course the truth lies somewhere in between.
It certainly does.
Yeah.
I mean, you think back, when you think back on Christmases in the past, and we've all had Christmas, some people will have the same Christmas every year.
Yeah.
Others will have different Christmases. And you can have really good memories, but you can also have really bad memories of Christmas, can't you?
Yeah.
And I think everything's heightened around Christmas, because there's this expectation
There is.
that it's going to be a fun and wonderful festive time of year when everyone gets together and it's all happy and lovely.
And all lovely. And we are surrounded by it, aren't you? You can't leave home without
No.
a reminder.
No.
Even if you choose not to have decorations, the shops are full of it. You can't buy anything else except Christmas stuff
Yeah.
in December.
That's right.
Can you? You know, you go into your favourite coffee shop or a store or whatever, and it's decorations. So there's it.
But
you,
also
you
that
live
it's all
it, don't
Christmas coffee, Christmas hot
Yes.
chocolate. It's, you know, the
Yes.
flavours
you? Yes.
even that they're serving
Yeah.
are all around Christmas.
Yeah. But I think it ups the ante, doesn't it? And it raises people's expectations
It does.
as to
Yeah.
how fabulous it might be.
Yeah.
And of course, it might be that you've lost a family member. My mother's brother died on Christmas Day, and I don't know that she ever felt the same about Christmas ever again, because,
Yeah.
you know, it's just that's an automatic association, isn't it?
It is.
So,
Yeah.
you know, it can be about you're having a dreadful Christmas or you're dreading Christmas because there's been a bereavement or you've got missing family members at that particular time that might be really vivid in your memories. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
And then, of course, you're going through feelings of sadness, of bereavement and grief and everything, all mixed up with feeling like you maybe feel you should be happy.
Yeah.
That awful word that we don't like very much, but that's how people feel, isn't
Yeah,
it?
absolutely. You try not to spoil other people's Christmas, try not to feel resentful of other people's happiness,
That's
but
right,
but
yeah.
you know, it's another pressure, it's another burden that people have to carry
Yeah.
at this time of year, isn't it?
Yeah, and then you've got the burden of people who, particularly probably this year, who are feeling the cost of living and want to be able to buy things for family, for friends, and feel that they can't. So they feel there will be feelings of guilt, particularly with parents around not being able to buy their children things that they'd like to.
Yes.
And all of this sort of goes on. I mean, it goes on every year, but it is heightened around Christmas, isn't it?
And there's so much comparison, isn't there? And I suspect social media is going to crop up again during this conversation, but it's the pressure, isn't it? It's the peer pressure.
Yeah.
Children see what other children have, and of course they want the same, but not
Yes.
all parents are in the same financial situation,
No.
are they? So
And some children don't understand that.
No,
They don't
no.
understand money. They don't understand
Mhm.
the cost of things, and it's very difficult for
Yeah.
them.
So it's another twist on that, really, isn't there? And in actual fact, I can remember last January seeing some figures, I can't recall the figures, but about the number of people that go into January with really dreadful debt because they've borrowed, begged, stolen, you know, scraped on the other bills to try and do the best that they can. And then they start the new year with, you know, dreadful financial debt. So it's difficult.
It is very difficult.
And as I say, it's just these feelings of being left out, isn't it? It might be left out because your parents can't afford to give you as much as your friends' parents can be. It might be you're the person at home and you see that, you know, your friends are out having a lovely time at a party somewhere. It's that feeling, isn't it? A feeling excluded of other people's joy, that everybody else has got someone or something better going on than you have in your own life.
Yeah.
It's that dreadful perception thing, isn't it?
It is, which comes back to what you were saying earlier about how you feel about yourself.
Yes.
You know, what are those feelings that you have deep inside about yourself? Are you able to just feel content with what you have and feeling grateful and thankful for what you've got, as opposed to looking at what everybody else has got or what everyone else is perceived to have?
Yes.
Because we know that social media can be used in many different ways, and people very rarely put on there things they're upset about. It's more what's fantastic in their life,
absolutely.
and this is what I'm doing this day, this is what I'm doing that day.
Look at me, I'm living the dream.
Exactly.
And we don't want to begrudge them their joy, but if you're not feeling the same joy yourself, then it's understandable, isn't it? That it's not a great feeling. Feeling left out. I think there can be all of the pressure of expectations, you know, and that might be, we all know someone who gets the Christmas shopping done and wrapped by the end of September, don't we? And the cards are written, not posted, but written by the middle of October.
Yeah.
You know, we all know people like that, don't we? They've got a
Very
full
organised.
10-course meal planned for 97 guests. You can tell this is never me that we're talking about here, can't you? But I think, you know, we all have people who are able to work to that really high standard, and it's completely up to the individual how they choose to organise themselves.
Totally.
But, you know, the expectations and the almost competition is another burden, isn't it, I think, at that time of year.
Yeah,
So-
I will hold my hands up. I had a parcel arrive for me today,
Yes.
and I looked at the writing and I thought, oh, I know who that's from. Oh my goodness, I've done nothing. I've done nothing.
And look at them, they're all over this. And
Oh.
I love them and I hate them at the same
Yeah,
time.
exactly. Panic. What do I do? What am I going to get? What am I going to get? What am I going to do? So I don't know yet. I still haven't worked it out.
But you have had a good panic
But
about
I've
it.
had-
Because that's always really
I've had
helpful.
my mini panic, and now I will get over it. And
I do
and
think today
do.
it's the 7th of December. I really must write my cards.
Yes.
And I
Me
don't do
too.
local cards anymore. I just do like a small donation to a local charity. And
Yes.
I tell people, I don't do local cards, but I do like to post them still. And
Yes, that's exactly what we do.
yeah. So that needs to come up the priority
Yeah,
list.
and I haven't written mine either. They're on the dining room table.
Oh,
waiting
you've actually got them ready.
I've
Okay.
got. They're
Well,
there.
you're ahead of me then.
They're sat there. in their
Expectations,
packets,
competition.
waiting to be written. The stamps are next to them.
Oh,
Well,
goodness.
it's not done it yet.
You're like a machine. You've got a 17-course dinner planned for 97 people.
Absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, and you know what? It's all going to be fine, isn't it? Because it always is. But
It always is. We get through it, don't
yeah, we
That's
do.
the thing.
so many of these things are self-imposed, aren't they?
They
so
are.
many of these
Yeah.
things are self-imposed,
Yeah.
or we let them get the better of us.
We do.
Yeah. So maybe we should talk about a few strategies that can help them when we're imposing all of these things upon ourselves.
Yes.
This is one of your favourites, isn't it? Some music.
Oh, I love music. So this is something that I will always do this. Every year I do this, and it's either music or it's a little something out about myself here. So when I'm wrapping my presents and putting the tree up, which I actually find a kind of arduous task,
Yeah.
but to make it more enjoyable, I will put music on so that I can sing very loudly while
Yep.
doing it.
Yep.
Or I will put on an Agatha Christie's Poirot Christmas special. There are two. There are two Christmas ones.
And would you alternate, or is it just potluck?
It's
one you
whichever
try
one I
first?
can find.
Okay.
I will put on and I'll watch that because I love them.
That's
So-
a fascinating association. How do you associate Poirot with Christmas, particularly, as opposed to anybody else who did a Christmas special?
Yeah, I just think it's because I'm such a huge Agatha Christie fan.
Yeah.
And the David Suchet Poirot
Yes.
is
Yeah.
the Poirot from the books.
Yes, absolutely.
But in my view,
he's my
you know.
Poirot as well, definitely. Yeah.
And so I think he's the funniest little character.
Yeah.
I really do, and I love it. So I just sit there and watch that, and that's just my pure indulgence. And one of my strategies for getting through
That period
that
and
period
getting stuff
and
done.
getting things done.
I think
So-
the film Love Actually has become a lot of people's sort of similar placement
Yes.
thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And for some reason, so I always have to watch Love Actually at Christmas. And there's also a film called The Day After Tomorrow, which is effectively about global warming, and it's a bit of a disaster movie.
I don't think I've seen that.
And I don't know why, but I love that film, and I have to watch that and Love Actually every Christmas. And there's nothing festive about The Day After Tomorrow at all. But for some reason, those two things are things that I like to do at Christmas.
And they get you through.
Yeah, that's to say. I always find time to do those two things, and it's like a little treat for yourself, isn't it? And we all know that's important, don't we?
Very important.
Yeah.
About 5 years ago, I was introduced to the film Elf.
I've never seen that.
Oh my goodness! And I now have
In
to
fact,
watch
did we have
that
this
every year.
conversation last year?
We
Do you know
probably
what I
did.
On our first podcast, you telling me I should watch Elf.
Yeah.
I really must start listening to you.
Oh, I don't see why. No one else does.
Okay, so Elf takes you to your happy place.
Yeah, love it. I absolutely love it. It's brilliant. So, yeah.
And of course, these sorts of things, they're traditions we can have for ourselves.
Yes.
I mean, you're married and live with your husband, obviously, as you do in all the best marriages. I'm not, and I live alone, but I've got my own little Christmas traditions, and the fact that I live alone doesn't have to stop me having those things. In fact, actually, it makes it easier, doesn't it, sometimes?
Yeah.
Actually, nobody tells me what to do at all,
No.
apart from the law.
And sometimes you don't listen to that,
And
do
maybe
you?
government. I'm just trying to think if there are any other authority figures I've missed there. But so, that's a nice thing, isn't it? Maybe if you don't have an obvious go-to, build your own.
Build one.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Have
Think
your
about
own
what makes you
traditions in your
smile.
home.
and do that.
I do like the music on. I mean, I find that generally if I'm doing a job I don't like is helpful anyway. And then you have a little dance around, don't you? In your socks on the slippery floor.
Yeah.
While your job. So I think music is always a mood lifter, isn't it? Unless it's a really miserable song, I suppose.
Yeah.
But that's a good mood lifter. And as I say, then maybe the little traditions or the films that you love. I think that's a great coping strategy, isn't it? To help things along.
Yeah.
Of course, you could always be very organised, like the person who's done all their Christmas shopping by the end of September. And I think this is a great tip, is wrap your presents as you go along.
Yeah, wrap them as you get them. Make a list though. Make sure you've got a list so that you know what they are.
Wrapped.
You
what you don't have to unwrap them all, do you? But I think that's a great tip.
Yeah.
I think that, that's just fabulous, because again, we've all been in that place, haven't we? And you sit on the floor with a roll of sellotape and some labels and a pair of scissors, and then you're almost blocked in, aren't you? I want a present, and it's overwhelming. But if you go out and you come home with a couple of things, do them straight away. It's just as easy to store them wrapped as unwrapped, isn't
Exactly.
it? So
I
think that's a real, great sort of time-saving, mood-managing technique. That one.
Definitely.
I think that's really great. Yeah.
And I think something else is if you're feeling a bit low or a bit on your own and would like company but don't really know where to start, maybe volunteer at a local charity or at a local soup kitchen, or just to be around like-minded people. And we know that when you do something for someone else, actually it makes you feel better about yourself.
Absolutely. You don't have time to dwell on your self, do you?
You're thinking outwards into the world rather than in your own head.
And giving as well, which is also a lovely feeling, isn't it?
Yeah.
What about your local community? Are there other single people rattling around? Maybe you do, you set something up, build another tradition, build another Christmas family.
Christmas tradition. Yeah.
Lots of possibilities. Have a think and a look around your world and the town that you live in, and just see if there is something like that you can join in on.
Yeah, definitely. And like we were saying earlier, treat yourself. Treat yourself to something nice.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be something expensive. It doesn't have to even be something that you pay for. Just treat yourself. It might be having a bath with your favourite bubbles. I always say that because I love a bath. It might be walking outside, just going for a walk, which we both really enjoy, don't we?
I think we're both big fans of this. As a good habit throughout the year, I think.
Yeah.
And you're right, absolutely, it doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to cost you a penny. I think it's a really good thing for your mental health to be aware of the things that give you joy, and make sure you build them into your life.
Yeah,
it's a great habit.
And at this time of year, you can go out and you can pick up pine cones, for instance, if you're around somewhere where you can get them, or beautiful coloured leaves that are falling off the trees.
Bird feeder. What joy can a bird feeder give you in the winter?
Exactly. Yeah. And even if you're in a flat, you can buy bird feeders that just stick to the window.
Absolutely.
So
there's always a way.
There's always a way around these things, aren't there? That you can find. So I think that's really helpful. And I think just if you're struggling, if you're feeling overwhelmed or stressed, just try and plan things, try and schedule tasks in, make a structure, so that you can move from one activity or one thing that you might feel that you have to do to the next.
Yeah, because I think there can be degrees of overwhelm, can't there? Some people maybe are feeling just a bit grumpy because they feel like they've got extra lots of things. Some people may feel they're actually drowning at the other end of a scale, mightn't they?
Yeah.
So, if you're that person, look at how many days left you've got, write down the tasks you need to do and allocate them across that time. Yeah. And the advantage of that is then you can avoid the headless chicken routine, can't you? You can go, I wanted to write my cards, I've written my cards, I can stop now and go and think or do something else. So I think that's a really constructive and a really helpful way to make sure you're ticking all your boxes, but you're managing yourself, your expectations, and you just, give yourself a reward when you've completed that task. Yeah. Tick it off your list. I love ticking things off a list.
So do I. I love a list. And also think, if you're feeling a bit overwhelmed, talk to somebody. Talk to a friend or a family member, or someone that you get on with, who understands you, and see whether they can help you. If you're overloaded with things to do, or you just can't think straight, having someone there with you with a pen and paper saying, right, what is it we've got to do? What is it you've got to do? And they can write it out for you, and they can work through it with you.
Because I think most people can can understand and can identify with the feelings. They may not be in that situation.
Yes, exactly.
Particularly if it's a friend or someone who cares about you, they're always going to be willing to sort of try and put themselves in your shoes and help you through the situation.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's a lot to be said for it, isn't it? I don't think you can ever have too many friends, but actually sometimes you only need one, don't you? That one person can really make the difference. Absolutely. Try and have a plan. Look for people to help you with your plan, or even help you with some of the activities if you know it really just is too much that you're carrying. That might be a mum somewhere. It might be trying to juggle everything in the household, Christmas and all of those things. Just maybe give some tasks out to the other family members. And keep up with the other activities in your life, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can't express it enough, can you?
No.
Thinking, keep up with that good activity. If you go for a walk every day, keep doing it.
Mm-hmm.
If you eat nutritiously, keep doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let it slip because we're going through the festive period.
Yeah.
Just try and make time for
you
those
need more
things.
Resources at this time of year, don't you? So,
and one of them is rest.
Mm-hmm.
You really need good rest in order to be able to do things. So remember to put that in.
That could even go on your plan.
Can go on your plan.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, absolutely.
And I think as well, if you are hosting on Christmas Day, I think it's really important to remember that it is only one day.
Yeah.
No one's going to die if there's no bread sauce. There's no recorded cases of that.
There are. And I always go into Christmas Day because I cook every year now. It's just something that happens, and I always go into it thinking it's a roast dinner.
Yes.
Okay, there's a few extra trimmings.
Yeah, but it is in essence a roast dinner.
It's a roast dinner.
Yeah.
So just go in with that idea rather than thinking, oh my gosh, there's this. Or even write a plan for that. So you know what time you're starting.
I've done that many a time.
What time things have got to go in the oven.
Yeah, absolutely. Again.
Yeah, and it can really help with keeping
you
organised.
don't need to panic then. You know it's all there.
It's all there. It's all there.
If you follow your plan, you're not going to forget anything, are you? Or burn anything or undercook anything.
No.
So yes, of course, Christmas Day is important, and it can be a really special day. But it is only one day. We have to keep it in proportion, don't we?
Yeah. And I think the same is it's the same for New Year as well.
Yes.
When you think about New Year, because lots of people celebrate New Year. In fact, some people celebrate that more than they do Christmas, don't they?
Absolutely.
And so everything that we've been talking about applies to that as well.
Yeah.
To that part of the festive sort of period. So,
Yes, in proportion. And again, I can vouch for the truth of this one. If you are spending the time alone, it can still be a special and a lovely day.
Yeah.
I've spent Christmas Day alone many times, and I will plan a lovely breakfast, and I will have a lunch that may or may not be Christmassy. It can be completely to my preferences, and I will always have a box of Ferrero Rocher, and I will always be wearing a comfy outfit for the day, and I will think about maybe a walk first between breakfast and lunch, because obviously I couldn't eat all of it if I didn't have a walk. I've got family in Australia. I will quite often try and find time to have like a FaceTime or something with them, obviously taking into account the time differences. So, if it is going to be a day on your own and you do feel that you want it to be a little bit different, a little bit special, plan it out and make it special to your own personal requirements,
Yeah, that's the beauty of it. You can do
what
you
people will be
want
making
to do.
compromises, won't they? And
Exactly.
you don't have to do that. You can go for it big time and just be your own person in your check pyjamas. Other pyjamas are available.
Let's not talk about pyjamas.
Okay, moving on very swiftly. As long as you're wearing something in case someone looks in the window, you're probably okay, aren't you?
That's it, yeah.
So I don't know. Hopefully some of that is helpful. And as I say, don't let it spoil your life. Don't let it be a bad year, because it's 1 month out of 12, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. Okay, so we're coming to that time now.
Is it? What's been good?
Yeah, what's been good?
Once again, I failed to prepare, but at least it's natural,
Prepare
right?
to fail then. Isn't that what they say?
At least it's authentic.
So what's been good for you, Karen?
What's been good for me? So, what's been good for me? I've had my nails done today.
They look beautiful, by
That's
the way.
always a nice treat. Yep, so I managed to squeeze that in today. just stepping away from our two minds a little bit, I've had a really lovely client who has finished today. We've done our courses, and and it's such a lovely feeling when they're ready to move on.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, you're going to miss the updates and the progress and everything, but it's just a lovely feeling when it's been successful and they're happy and they're ready to move on with life again.
Yeah.
Without us.
Yeah.
So I've had that today as well, and so that I always love that.
That's lovely.
That feeling never gets old, does it? It's I feel I'm not a parent, but I feel like it might be a bit like a proud parent feeling in a weird kind of way.
I think it probably is.
Yeah. So that's two, is it?
That's two.
Yeah. How many?
We have one more.
One more.
Yeah,
one more, Karen.
Come on,
One
Karen,
more. We've got our Christmas party after this today, haven't we? Me, and our business associate are going out for our Christmas party.
That's right.
And I'm looking forward to that.
We're going to have a lovely time.
So it's our two minds Christmas party next.
It is. Yes.
There you go, that's three. And what about you? I'm going to ask you the same thing.
That one
now.
No,
you can't. I'm so glad I thought of it.
Yes. Lucky you.
So what's been good for you, Angela?
What's been good for me? Good question. Let me see. Well, I've been Christmas shopping this week, which has been very enjoyable.
Okay.
For me. I don't often enjoy Christmas shopping, but my sister's been here,
right.
So it's been fun.
Business associate.
Yeah. Do you know, I nearly brought her along today to chat with us on this one because she's got 15 this year.
We should do some featurings.
She has been planning her Christmas since January.
I don't feel we've got any place for a person like that in our group, do you? I don't want that kind of order in my life. Keep that kind of stuff at arm's length.
Dear. But she's amazing. So
she is amazing.
That's really good.
And we're really looking forward to our Christmas party.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've done some Christmas shopping.
So
great.
That's good.
Also known as spending time with your sister.
Yeah.
Okay, what else?
Oh, I'm so unprepared for this.
Every time we do this, don't we? Come on, dig deep, girl.
I've got to dig deep and see what I can remember that I've been doing. Do you know, I'm actually going to do something similar to you. I'm going to give a really big shout out to my clients at the moment.
Yeah.
Because the clients that I've got at the moment are absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
They
Not to say that they aren't, but sometimes it just resonates, doesn't it?
Yeah, and they really are really special. So I want to say a big thank you to them because they actually bring joy to me. Working with them brings joy.
We've got to have one of the best jobs in the world, haven't we?
Oh, I think so. I absolutely think it's the best job in it. And somebody said to me actually just recently, surely, well, I don't know whether you can actually get paid for doing something you love. And I said to them, well, I do every week.
Yes.
It's amazing.
We're very lucky though. We say this all the time, don't we?
Yeah, we are.
All right, I do want more though.
Yes, you want more.
I do.
You want more.
So I'm a hard woman.
So what more can I give you? Well, do you know, I've just started listening to another podcast, which I probably shouldn't advertise on here, but
I think you should.
But I'm really enjoying it, and it's obviously personal taste, isn't it? But it's the therapy Crouch with Peter Crouch and his wife Abby Clancy.
I see some of those on TikTok.
Oh my goodness, it is one of the funniest things.
I've always thought it's quite amusing.
It is making me laugh and laugh and laugh.
Yeah.
So there you go.
There's nothing wrong with that.
So I love it. I love
medicine.
humour. I love it when people just bounce off each other. It's just
I suspect they have a lot of fun together, don't they?
I'm sure they do.
Which is great. Well done, them.
Yeah. So that's brought me joy. That's
a good list. That's all we want, really, isn't it? Those smallish things in life that make us happy.
Yeah.
So good.
So that's it, isn't it?
I think so. I think the office party's calling now. And obviously, we don't want to stand our business associate up, do we?
We do not.
Yeah, we must, just remember all of that stuff.
So we probably just want to say happy Christmas, or however you're celebrating over the festive period. Because obviously there are lots of different festivities going on.
And there'll be lots of different types of events there. But whatever it is, please enjoy it and have a fabulous, fabulous time.
And thank you for listening throughout 2023. And we will be back.
We'll keep going and hopefully you'll all keep turning up.
We enjoy it anyway, don't we?
We love it. Okay, thanks very much to everybody.
Speak to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
I don't know why it went red.
Oh,
That
did
was
it?
half an hour.
Blimey, we
29
had a lot of
minutes.
that,
That was
didn't we?
freaking, yeah. We just
That's probably why it went
wibble,
red.
wibble.
What's going
Are
on?
you two still going on?
Stop.